Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and we're fresh off the New York Knicks defeating the Chicago Bulls in a thriller in Chicago. We escape with a 1-point victory. RJ Barrett contests DeMar DeRozan for the game-winning shot. He hoists up an air ball. The Knicks almost fell short in the fourth quarter. We were winning by at least 10 plus throughout the entire game. We blow it with 2 minutes left. The Chicago Bulls come back on a 12-0 run. They make it a game with a couple minutes left, with a couple seconds left rather. Julius Randle misses 2 crucial clutch free throws, but the Knicks defense is the one that ends up winning this game with RJ Barrett all over DeMar DeRozan. I'm super excited to dissect this game because wow, what a game. Before I hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And if you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's get right into it. So going into this game, this was going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. I think Knicks fans and Bulls fans both knew that. The Bulls are 4-0 going into this one. The Knicks were 3-1. And this was for first place in the Eastern Conference. The New York Knicks are tied for first place in the East with the Charlotte Hornets and the Chicago Bulls with a record of 4-1, baby. Let's go. So the Knicks going into this game, we knew that we're going up against 4 guys that we have to worry about. And I feel like the Knicks held their ground defensively. I love what I saw from the effort. Julius Randle did not have his best game from the field at all. And that's a really good sign that we're still able to play good basketball even when Julius Randle is not getting his shots to fall. The Chicago Bulls had a really good defensive game plan for Julius Randle, and Randle just simply cannot get anything going, even though he was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. That's what I love about Julius, is even though sometimes his shots are not falling and the defense is really honed in on him, he still has a really good game and pads his stat sheets and impacts it other places. But Julius Randle, you got to hit those free throws. That's totally inexcusable. He deserves to be held accountable. I'm sure Julius Randle's going to talk about that in the press conference. That's something you got to be able to do. Missing 2 free throws in that clutch moment, you cannot do that. If you're our star, if you're our franchise player, you need to be able to hit those 2 free throws, because that easily could have lost us that game. But luckily, we have a guy named RJ Barrett who absolutely clamped up DeMar DeRozan, and he also had a very good game. So guys, what a win from the New York Knicks. A thriller. Unfortunately, it had to be a nail-biter at the end. We were literally winning the entire game by at least 10 plus throughout the entire game, and then we had to collapse in the fourth quarter. That needs to stop as well. We cannot let teams get back in it with 2 minutes left. It happened against the Celtics and happened against the Bulls. Sometimes we're not going to be able to escape the victories if we keep blowing these leads late in the fourth quarter. So hopefully that gets cleans up, because that's something the Knicks really got to work on. So let's get into the individual performances. The person that led the Knicks in scoring tonight is Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker continues to thrive, coming off a very good outing against the 76ers. Kemba Walker finished with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, shooting 5 of 6 from downtown. Kemba Walker, 5 of 6 from downtown. That's ridiculous, guys. Kemba Walker has been shooting the lights out of the three-point line so far this year. The entire Knicks team has been looking good from downtown, but Kemba Walker in particular, going into tonight, I think he was shooting 45% from beyond the arc. Now his percentage probably is well over 50% after shooting 5 of 6. His ability to create his own jump shot, his ability to even attack the rim at times, mid-range pull-up, it's just so fun to watch. Knicks fans have been waiting and waiting patiently for a point guard to be able to do the type of stuff that Kemba Walker is doing for the New York Knicks. So shout out to Kemba, because his play at the point guard position is the reason why the Knicks offense is being able to take that big step this year. We've been missing this for a long time, and Kemba Walker deserves a ton of credit. Shooting that efficiently from downtown, that is remarkable. RJ Barrett had his best performance of the season so far. Going into this game, a lot of people were getting worried about RJ. They're asking what's going on with him. And I said, I always remind everybody, listen, RJ Barrett, even though he starts off the season a little rough at times, that does not mean he's going to be rough throughout the entire season. He's a guy that pushes through adversity. His mental makeup for such a young kid at 21 years old is the reason why I have so much confidence in RJ Barrett pushing through that adversity. That's exactly what he did. RJ Barrett finished with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 8 of 15 from the field, 1 steal. So what I noticed from RJ Barrett tonight is he was attacking the paint with vengeance. He looked like he was a man on the mission. I know that recently, even last year, RJ Barrett has been struggling with finishing through contact at the rim. That's something that we've always said he needs to work on. His shooting took a big jump last year, but in terms of his points in the paint and finishing through contact, the layups were not really there efficiently. But tonight, it was a different animal. RJ was hitting his floaters. He was finishing with the offhand, his right hand. He was finishing with the left hand. He was hitting his free free throws, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from downtown. So RJ Barrett had a well-rounded game, and not to mention he played very well defensively. You guys heard me praise it earlier in the beginning of the video. The game literally ended 5 minutes before I started recording this video, so I'm still, digesting that victory, digesting that RJ Barrett clamps on DeMar DeRozan. That's the second time this season that RJ Barrett has saved the Knicks with the win, because remember the season opener against the Boston Celtics, RJ Barrett was guarding Jason Tatum one-on-one, and Jason Tatum had an opportunity to win the Celtics the game at the buzzer. RJ Barrett forces him to put up an air ball because he is in his face. What happens tonight against the Chicago Bulls? DeMar DeRozan has it. He gets the ball. RJ Barrett's in his face. He easily could have fell for the pump fake. If you guys watch the replay, you see DeMar DeRozan have a little head fake. RJ does not bite. He stays pat. He's very patient, and then he goes up. Mitchell Robinson's there to help him. Double team, air ball, game over. Knicks win. That's the thing about RJ Barrett that I'm so impressed so far this season is his defense. I think that this year for RJ Barrett, in my opinion, it's not about his numbers statistically on the offensive side of the ball, because we have so many guys around him with Evan Fournier and Kemba and Randle where we don't need to rely on his scoring. I think if RJ can take that big step defensively, that's what's going to make his development become real, because if he can become a two-way wing player that is that good, that's a really good sign for the Knicks' future. Now getting into Julius Randle. Julius finished with 13 points, 16 boards, 9 assists, but he shot only 3 of 11 from the field, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, and 4 turnovers. So Julius Randle, like I said earlier in the video, guys, he did not have the best night tonight from the field. I noticed Lonzo Ball was guarding him throughout the entire game, and he did a pretty good job. I noticed that Billy Donovan was matching Lonzo up with Julius Randle early, and I was like, wow, okay, let's see what Lonzo can do. And he really held his ground against Julius. Not gonna lie, they were sending double teams to Julius, so Julius had to find the open man. He had to, find somebody open down low or in the corner or vice versa. So Julius Randle, even though shots were not falling, I like what I saw from him in terms of getting his teammates involved, crashing the rebounds, playing really good defense. But like I said at the beginning of the video, those 2 free throws are not excuse, like you cannot miss those 2 free throws, Randle. He knows that. We don't need to tell him. All of us Knicks fans don't need to be like, yo, Randle, you need to hit those. He knows he needs to hit those, and he's going to be working on that. I guarantee that, because that was inexcusable, and hopefully that will never happen again. And then Evan Fournier, he did not have the best game tonight, but he still impacted it with 10 points, 3 boards, 4 of 14 from the field. You just love the tenacity from Evan Fournier, love his shot creation, but tonight wasn't really his night from the field. Mitchell Robinson. Oh my God, here we go. Mitchell Robinson with another scare. We almost thought he was injured. He tweaks his ankle. He blows through his sneaker, goes to the locker room. We all think he's injured. He comes out with new pair of sneakers, and he's fine. Mitchell Robinson finishes the game, and he finishes with 9 points, 6 boards, and 2 blocks. This is exactly what you want to see from Mitchell Robinson. 4 for 4 from the field. Obviously, it's a little scary that we keep seeing Mitchell Robinson go down with an injury. That's like 3 games so far in the first 5 games. That's really scary. Hopefully, he can stay healthy, because I really think Mitchell Robinson is the X factor of this entire Knicks team, but it seems like he's very injury prone, but luckily he's escaped the serious injuries so far this season. So very good sign that he's back and healthy, because if he went down and did not return and had a sprained ankle, I'd be really upset right now. So really good sign that he's back. Now getting into the bench unit, Derrick Rose led the way with 12 points in his return to Chicago, shooting 5 of 10 from the field with 4 boards and an assist. Derrick Rose did his thing. I feel like he was calm, cool, collected off the bench. He missed a lot of shots early on, but he really slowed it down. He got everybody involved. He got the timely buckets when we needed him the most. Outside of D Rose, the bench unit didn't really do as well as I would like. Taj Gibson had his fair share of points, 6 boards, 6 points as well, 3 or 4 from the field. Alec Burks struggled, 2 of 6 from the field with 6 points. Obi Toppin 5 points. Emmanuel quickly struggled big time with only 1 of 7 from the field. But hey guys, that really does it for the individual performances. The New York Knicks escape Chicago with the victory by 1 point. That was a very entertaining basketball game, and this is a really good sign, because now the New York Knicks are 4-1. We made a statement. We just defeated the only undefeated team left in the Eastern Conference. We're tied in first place with in the East, and this is a really good time right now, because the Knicks are legit. The defense is there, the offense is there, the playmaking, the shooting, everything you want with this team is there. The one thing we need to work on for sure is finishing games. With 2 or 3 minutes left, we cannot keep giving them an opportunity to win it late in the games. The same thing happened against Boston, happened again against Chicago, and luckily we escaped both of those games with victories, but that's not going to happen every single time if we continuously just blow leads with 2 or 3 minutes left. The Bulls went on a 12-0 run at the end of the game. That's inexcusable. We got to be able to hit the clutch shots, move the ball, do not rely on isolation with only 2 minutes left. Randle does not need to play hero ball. Let's do the same thing we're doing the entire game. Like, getting buckets has not been an issue all season, and this entire game, the Bulls defense is not that good tonight. We were able to get our buckets whenever we wanted to, but late in the fourth quarter, the Chicago Bulls defense really tightened up, and we had a big problem in the clutch. But luckily, we escaped with a victory. So guys, please leave a comment down below your thoughts of the video and your thoughts of the game. Like it if you guys enjoyed. And man, what a thrilling victory. And the New York Knicks are 4-1. We here, baby. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's go Knicks. Peace.